Okay, going live. Going live. Going live, everybody. Good evening. Hi, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Hope you have a rewarding chat this evening. Spend some time together talking about punishment. Why should we administer punishment? Why? What do we expect to gain when punishment is given? Is punishment important? Come on, guys. Come on into Anti TV and let us have a discussion where something can be shared, we can learn, can guide others towards making a decision. Welcome to the live. This morning we spoke about Ash Wednesday and the meaning for Ash Wednesday, why it's the real purpose, why it is celebrated, and the difference it takes now over a period of time. Ash Wednesday is not observed as it was originally planned for. It has taken a twist. It was mainly developed for the Christians who did it in memory of Jesus. Someone is on. Somebody checked in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Happy to see you. Happy to see that you have given your thumbs up. You can come on in and join, and we can share and have a discussion. We'll have a little time together. Liam Aguero. Hi, Liam. How are you? I've not seen you in a while. How are you doing? How was your day? Did you have a good day? Yeah, Maddie, girl. Yeah, I went on your page, Maddie. I'm good. I'm good. I looked, Maddie, and I'll be going back to your page. Right? You have some beautiful things up. I'm good so far. It's a beautiful day. We had rain all day today. It was very cloudy and dark, and makes you feel like you would not want to get out of bed. But it was worth it, even though it's raining outside. I'm happy to have you guys on, and you can touch the like button, the thumbs up button rather, and you can let the screen look beautiful. As you see, our topic, we are going to get right into it. Our topic is when we're talking about punishment. Why should we administer punishment? What do we expect to gain when we punish someone? And I'm not just talking about punishing in terms of punishing a child or, with a belt. So there are different ways we can administer punishment. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you so much. Feel welcome. Welcome to the live. We can administer punishment to adults too. Adults can do it to adults. But sometimes adults do it in a very wrong way that it can be so hurting. But punishment was really made to create an awareness and also for you to learn from it. So it can't be too simple where it doesn't give an effect. It has to give an effect, right? It has to give an effect. And if you don't agree with me, you can say what you think. But in my belief, if one is going to administer punishment, say to a child who has done something wrong, you need to let the child know what he has done, he or she has done wrong, why you'll be administering some form of punishment. And that doesn't mean that you're going to get a belt and beat the person. That would be called abuse. I believe you deny the child, or even the adult, deny them of something that they do like. So they lose out on it. They would not be, it would not be available. So if it's a child and the child likes to go to the movies or like something the child likes, you deny the person. And if it's an adult, deny him too or her. Deny the person. So once you bring in some form of denying, then I think somehow learning should take place. But if you keep forgiving and forgiving and letting in, I don't see where the learning is going to take place. It's not going to take place. It means that the punishment would not have been effective. Guys, if you think what I'm saying is way out, you can, I stand to be corrected. Punishment is made to motivate the person to do better. Whatever they had done, why they would have been punished, they know that they should be more doing something more positive. So it is going to create an awareness, right? It's going to create an awareness. So, and then, we can give rewards, rewards can be given. We can give rewards. We can, so as to motivate the person as not to go back and do what was not appreciated. Okay, so you're in a relationship and the man does something that you don't like. You're going to just take it and smile and smile, and you need to put put your foot down towards something, because that could be a red flag in the relationship. And likewise, it goes for the woman. So, in any case, once you're going to administer some form of punishment, you have to be practical, you have to be real, and you have to be firm. You can't joke it out. If you joke it out, then there's no purpose in doing it. Hi, Antonio. Hi, good evening. That's your girl, Maddie. Hey, how are you doing? Liam Aguilo, you're good. I'm good too, Liam. And I hope you had a great day, guys, and everything went well for you. And you're more relaxed now. Earlier today, when I was talking, although some of you were not there, I can backtrack a little. I spoke on the meaning of Ash Wednesday, right? I remember that I saw Antonio and why Ash Wednesday was being observed by the Christians. Today, in today's world, to me, it's not showing the effectiveness as before. It's not as effective as before, because it has. Hello, what the name? You're from Norway. You're far away. I'm happy to have you. Welcome to my live. Welcome to my live, and come again another time. Happy to have you, Monkey ASMR. I don't want to call it wrongly. Happy to have you. And always remember to come to Auntie DTV, like, share, subscribe, and watch the videos and make your comments, as long as they are not outrageous. Make your comments so we can improve. And when you're on the live, you can make your point as well, so others can see and hear. So we will not try to just make the live, try hurting persons' feelings. Whatever we do must be constructive. Thank you for the heart, guys. Thank you so much. And hello from Norway. Hi from Auntie D, all the way in New York. So you can see how many hours you're on the eastern side, but I'm glad that we are able to connect. You see how good technology is? It makes it easier for us to connect. Thank you for the hearts. So guys, as I'm saying now, during the years, for those who believe in Christianity, because some persons on the platform doesn't believe in Christianity, and I'm not trying to preach religion. I'm just trying to say that in the early days, they normally, the priest or the pastor or whoever they may be in charge of the congregation, would use ashes and make a cross in the forehead. So you see those persons going around, you would know that they are readily, I think, affiliated to the Catholic system, right? But other churches, with other denominations within Christianity, not all of them observe Ash Wednesday. As I was saying this morning, not all of them observe Ash Wednesday. But you have some, they do special church activities on that day. But people know, to me, it is more fun. They do excursions, they go on trips, they go to the beach, they have family gathering, they stay home and do house chores, because they find that most persons do not go to work on a public holiday, excepting for those in essential services, right? So that's what happens. So you get a day and they didn't plan to go anywhere. You're going to stay home and clean up your house and do a lot of those things. And then, you take your time and do what you have to do. So back to my topic now. So when we are administering punishment, we must be sure that it is for the cause. And you don't administer punishment without speaking about what is the purpose or the reason why you're going to be punishing the person, right? What if you're in a relationship and the person doesn't have any time for you? What are you going to do? You're just going to put down a rule and leave it. You have to do something that is effective. So the person can say, okay, this she will not be doing this for me anymore. So if I'm coming in too late, then I may not get any dinner because I'm not home enough to help tidy the kitchen or to help do something. So when he comes home, there's no dinner. There's nothing for him to eat. He has to go and find something in the fridge. No, that can be a harsh type of punishment. But if that's what you feel is effective, then you do what you think is effective. Yeah, I agree with that girl, Maddie. Like I said, I was on your page today. Yeah, I agree with you. Right? It's not a healthy relationship, so it doesn't make you'll be wasting your time. Right? So sometimes people are in a relationship, they are wasting their time and they know and they still spend the time there, wasting the time. They're not speaking out, they're not taking any action towards anything. Right? Right. Sometimes it's better they keep moving because they are going to be there blocking your way. Maybe somebody else may have an interest, but because that person is there constantly, they think the relationship is serious, but it is foolish. And you can know when a relationship is healthy, right? You see happiness, you see togetherness, you think things being done together, right? So sometimes it's best to not want to have a relationship with some people and wait until you see the one you want to have the relationship with. There's no point at times to rush into a relationship when it is toxic. You don't see anything there. There's no growth. But because you want to be seen as in a relationship, you push yourself. And sometimes you push yourself, you're not even happy, right? You're not even happy to push yourself. So one needs, in other words, one needs to speak out. Let the person know how you feel. Even if the person is hurt and have to move on. But at the same time, you don't have to be disrespectful. And I think that's where most of us tend to have a breakdown. We don't know how to put it across in an effective way. So we shout at the top of our voice and we behave so aggressive that it looks seem as if we are crazy. When all we need to do is to tell them politely. Tell them politely whatever your fears are, whatever you think should be done, tell them politely. And if you think you're doing it politely and they're not responding, then you need to be firm from your stand. You can't be giving in all the while, giving in, giving in. You have to stand firm. You have to be firm about what you believe and what you stand for. Too many times women bow foolishly and they can't stand up. By the time they stand up, they bow again and they're gone. They become weak. And the men will always take the upper hand and they give in. So behind the man's back, they have a lot of talk. And when they are to his face now, it's a different story. And if they come to you with an idea and you try to reason it out, they may vex with you and go back to the man and tell them that you are trying to influence them to do something. And then now the man develop a hatred for you and doesn't want to see you and that lady, his friend, have any communication. Because sometimes the man know that he's not doing what is right. And the lady sometimes just agree and accepts everything. Relationship is built on communication, right? It's built on communication. And if there's no sensible communication between the two, then the relationship is not going anywhere. It's only going to bring confusion and unhappiness. Come on, guys, I want to see. That's that girl. That girl, Maddie, has given me her a nice reason, and I agree with her. I agree with her. She's so true. I thank you for the heart. I agree with Maddie. Maddie, that's if Maddie, if you hold that as your anthem, you shouldn't have any problem. Right. Sometimes they too, the men, they need, however, they need to be told because they are overlooking. It's like they're not really recognizing what they are not doing, and unless you bring it out to them, you say it. Sometimes you have to actually say it because what some people communicate differently. Some just observe you. Some will say something, and some won't say anything at all. They neither observe nor say anything. Then after a while, the relationship becomes stagnant because the communication is not flowing. Either the person cannot reason, cannot raise a point, cannot carry through a discussion. And that is why at times when you are choosing someone, you have to look at the person, even like what we are doing now. You have to encourage the person to speak out. Your children go to school, encourage them to speak out, not to be disrespectful. Don't sit in the class. They don't understand. The teacher says, everybody understand. Everybody says, yes, miss. When in truth and in fact, half of them did not understand, but they don't want to be singled out. And because they don't want to be singled out, no, everybody go up, yes, miss. And when the teacher ready to mark the book, then she realized half the class did not understand what she was saying. So everybody communicates differently. But at the same time, a level of communication must be encouraged. Persons need to speak out because too many times persons end up become unalive. They lose out so badly. They are being put out. They cannot pay the rent, so they end up on the street. And because they don't have a career and income, the partner move on and leave them. You understand me? The husband may be somebody in a good job and she was the one who stay home and take care of the house. When he moves on with another relationship, she's left there, cannot pay the bills. So she ends up homeless. Maybe she has children. Maybe she has to go to live with some other family or friend. Or the husband takes the children to live with him and his newfound relationship. Mm-hmm. Come on. Yeah. Some people, they do things for the public to see and the public to appreciate. And behind closed doors, they are, they are at they are so drawn away like a dagger. They are far from each other. They don't listen to each other. They don't. Some people don't speak in public. Speak. I mean, when they're in public, they talk, and when they go home, they're silent. Nobody talks to each other. Each person goes to their different quarters. But they've tried to fool the public. But it's not that you're fooling the public, and you're fooling yourself because the public detects it by the way you speak and the way you act towards each other. It is shown. That is so true. I like how that girl Maddie reason. I like how she reason. That's true, Maddie. I believe you. That is true. Some have harsh behaviors, and some are easy and calm. Yeah, and it all depends on the strength of the relationship. So if you have one a harsh, aggressive, and the other one is soft, they are not going to match because the aggressive one going to say the other one is too soft, and then problem they will not come together. So they will not be able to meet each other pathway. I agree with you. That's a very good point you made. Very, very good. I appreciate that point. It's very good. So you see how communication is important. If you're going to administer punishment, communication is going to be key. There's no way one can administer punishment if there is no effective communication. What are you going to punish for? Right? Thank you for the heart. What are you going to, for example, I was looking at a few weeks ago, there's this popular artist known as Lisa Hyper, a Jamaican artist. She got mentally disturbed and Apparently, she is disappointed that others within this music group that they have was benefiting and she wasn't. But the thing is, she was in it from the age of 16 and now she's in her 40s. And she didn't try to make her stance be known of what she expect or what she deserve or desire. She was just going along with the flow. And at the end of it now, she's out in the cold. Hi, Ella Francis. How are you doing? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, Ella. Hope you had a good day today. I hope you had a good day today. It's cold over here. New York is cold and rainy. Although we are in the 50s, but it was dark today. Even an hour ago, it was 50 degrees, but cold still. You know, the cold 50, no little warmth. And it has been raining all day, but not very heavy, but heavy enough to start melting some snow away. Happy to know you're fantastic. Yeah. So a lot of the snow is starting to melt and we are seeing the grass. I'm great. I'm happy to be alive and I'm feeling good. I'm thankful. So this the grass looking so beautiful. The trees are bare still. A lot of snow is still on the ground. It's cold though, very cold. I somehow think that it's, we are going to be having more rain tomorrow. It's as if it's a cold rain. But early today, has been very dark. About after midday was very dark. And I'm saying that and it was so cold. I said, it seems as if you're going to get some snow. Well, they still say we may get some tonight, but it's cold. It's really cold. But we are thankful that we are where we are. We are not out in the cold, not having anywhere to be, as some persons do not have anywhere to be at the moment. They have to be hitching and hiking. Right? So let me welcome you and happy to have you. We are talking about how we punish each other especially in a relationship. I know we all punish our children, but moving away from the child setting now to the adult setting, how we punish, especially in a relationship, how we administer punishment. And sometimes too, punishment is being administered and the person who is supposed to receive the punishment doesn't even realize that it was a punishment. So it was not effectively administered. It was not, because you have to have these things talked about before. In a relationship, if something is not going right, you can't just keep going. You have to stop. Somewhere you have to put down your foot and say, why? Is that he's running around too much? Or he's not leaving any money in the house to buy any groceries, not paying the bills? He's only come home after work, changed, shower, and gone back on the street with his friends. He likes to go next to and play dominoes, but doesn't have to do anything. There are a lot of things, and these are things I think can help to make a relationship better, improve it. We can't just be silent and expect everything to go in our favor. We can't be silent. We have to make it be known. We have to make it be known. Too many times, we women sit quietly by, and when we can't take it, when we can't take it anymore, we cry out. When it is late, when we have cried out before, and the punishment was being administered, and we did not take note of it. Did not take note of it because maybe we are caught up in attending to the chores in the house, attending to doing all those things and not paying attention to the little cues. And not somebody will not come and say to you, okay, Mary, I'm going to punish you today. I'm not going to give you any money to pay for the grocery bill. They will not say that. Don't expect them to come up and tell you that. You should be able to observe. Observe. And when you observe, then you analyze it. Then you talk about it. You don't sit with it for going on and on and on and not saying anything. Days into weeks, into months, into years. And then you have a big outburst. Or you end up in the court. and then open everything in the court when you could have started it from home. From the first week, no money was put down to buy grocery. You talk about it. What you need to know what happened. The second week, you talk about it. What is going to happen now? We need to do something because there's not enough money to cover all the bills. Do I need to get a job? So you need to find out where's the money going now. Does he have another home to feed? Is he taking care of another side chick outside? Is he sending the money to his family? Or is it that he's heavily in debt? Or he gambles? There's no money to come in to do to manage the house for everybody to eat. Yet when he comes in after work, you prepare a big, nice dinner. Everything is set for him and his nice juice. And he did not contribute and he did not say anything. You don't wait until when it's dinner time. When he comes and say, "Oh, I don't have any money to prepare any dinner for you, so go to the restaurant." No, when you realize from the very first weekend, when the money should have come, you talk about it. Okay, so you're getting your regular pay. He's getting, and he cannot give a reason why, but you see wherein he's not putting down any money. So what you're going to do? Continue putting the meal on the table. Continue to do everything that is necessary in the house to do, or you're going to tell him, well, seeing as your money is not sufficient to cover all these grocery bills, it means that I will have to go and get a job because that's sending me a message. I'm picking up on the message. There's not enough money coming from you, from your pay. As a woman, you need not just money to do grocery, Hi, Ruby. Hi, welcome, Ruby. You're back. Happy to have you. Welcome back. Welcome. Right? Welcome and happy to have you. Happy to have you, Ruby. Yeah. And I hope you had a good day too. I hope you had a good day too. Yeah. So we don't only just keep things to yourself. I'm happy you're back. We must make it be known in a very decent way, very quiet way. And if you find that you cannot resolve it by adding some little punishment, say, okay, so your money, you're getting your same pay. What are you doing with it? Have excuses? Well, this cannot be done and that cannot be done. So you draw a line. Then he may look into himself and say, so and so, and change the attitude. My day was great, Ruby. I had a great day. And only thing is that the day was cloudy and dark, very dark and rainy and cold. Good night, Sonia. Sonia, I need to speak with you. Different, right? I need a connection with you. How are you doing? Happy to have you. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Happy to have you. Yeah. So, in a relationship, we have to be serious. And many times the red flags are there and we act as if we don't see it. We are not like he doesn't exist. And he puts the red flags right in our faces. And everybody punish persons differently. Some do it silently. So you must pick up on those little cues. You must, because if you're having a relationship, you're supposed to try and know the person. Just like how the person study you. Don't think that they're not studying you, Good night, Ruby. How are you doing? Welcome to the live. Hope you have a good night. Hope you had a good day today too. Yeah. Sonia, you told me to do something. I don't want to say it on the live. No, and I don't remember. I'm searching and I have to get through to you. I was searching and cannot find it. But the same thing that you had mentioned to do some time ago last week. All right. So sometimes you're in the relationship and you're doing your best. Yes, I have. But do you have Facebook or Messenger? Sonia, if you have, I could, right? But I really need to talk with you. All right? All right. Good. Good. No, I was gonna try to what I said. Let me get through. I trying from the other day, a couple of days now. I'm happy. I'm happy. All right. So as I was saying, some persons when you're in a relationship, you have sometimes, especially the men, the ladies always go to the extreme and they are being punished and they don't even realize it because they're head over heels. They're so in love with everything. So even when the person is punishing them, keeping back some of the money. I talk about money. Not that I'm experiencing, but I'm just trying to say I started work. I didn't wait to know. As I finished college, I started working because I believe every woman should have their own money. Because I've seen situations where, especially the male, they allow you to use your money to buy a grocery, and that is one of the worst thing to do. And then they use their money to pay the mortgage. You know what that means? Your money only goes to eat, and their money goes towards paying the mortgage. So they are, and in the end, sometimes they don't even put your name on the document because maybe for some reason they put somebody else, and they oftentimes put some relative, right? And then when they're paying the mortgage, even if they take out a car, they may not want to buy the car in your name. They don't buy the house in your name. It is in their name. What is that telling you? That's a red flag. In the event of anything untoward, you have nothing because all your money did was to buy groceries. So your money becomes nothing. It's gone into the septic. Nothing. So you end up now go to this to store and you buy a big trolley so laden and he eats so well and you give him a lot of nice things to eat and drink. And at the end of it all, he's 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 puts you out of the house if you try to talk too much, or if you try to show that you're trying to punish him about something or for something that he thinks he should have, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to put on a punishment, you have to put on a lock and key, lock it up tight and be firm. Am I saying anything wrong? Lock it up tight and be firm. Sharp lock. You're not a fool. So we have to be firm. Don't let anybody, and I'm not trying to put down a man neither. Likewise, the man should do the same. But some people just like pushing people around like a toy, like a ball. And they know what they're going after. And you being pushed around along, not focusing that they are gradually going to push you right out until you're outside. So when you're outside looking in, you're going to say, what is really happening? But at that time, the red flags were there, but you weren't paying attention because your eyes and your heart was, having a lot of butterflies and everything. Your head wasn't focused, but his head was focused. Most time, the man's head is focused more than the woman. And I always hear people say, a woman thinks foolishly after 6 o'clock. After 6 p.m., she doesn't think soberly, meaning that she's tired. You understand? Because she's normally taking the chores around the house. Most women in early time didn't go out to work, and you still have some men who prefers their wife or whoever to stay home and attend to the house and the kids. And I think that's a big mistake. I don't like that at all. I don't think I like that. I prefer when people go out and earn their own money and then they can meet each other halfway. So you pay for this, but when it comes to the mortgage, the woman's name should be on the documents as well. They are opening an account, your name should be in the account too. And you should check in on the account just the same. And you should have an account for yourself too. If you want to put his name in it, fine, but you should have one. So you saw him checking on yours, you checking on his account as well. So he may be drawing out his money from that account and put it someplace else, and you're there over the many years not realizing that is happening. Well, it all depends. You think it's disrespectful? In what way? Do you think it is disrespectful for him to mow the lawn? You think it's disrespectful for him to help even to dry the dishes or pack the dishes away? What do you think? Sometimes they can work together and it becomes fun. Don't you think so, Maddie? Don't you think they could work together and it becomes fun? Yeah, okay, yes, it's true. Because imagine the dishes are done, you load the machine, and you have to unpack it and dry it yourself. He can come and help you. He can unload it and both of you help drying them off. Yes, and he's outside cutting the lawn. And if you want to go and help, but there are some things. Um, I will, I will, I will give it to you. Sometime I don't remember, because I hardly goes there, right? I will, I'm going to, what you are showing is what you have. Is that your name? I see some things. I'm going to check out something. I'm going to check out something. It is very straight, so that is why I have to check out something. Then I get back to you. Once you're on Facebook, I'm going to find you. If the name that you use is what is there, then I'll find you. Right? I'm a little closer to the clue now, so I will. How was your day, Sonia? Did you have a nice day today? Did you have an enjoyable day? Was it cold? Here has been very cold and dark. You think at midday, 12, 1 o'clock, and it makes me so drowsy. I thought at one point that, oh, maybe I should get home and get into bed. But you know what it did? It caused me to cook and eat a lot as if I was starving. Gave me the time because at 3:30 was so darkish. The sky was dark cloudy. So maybe heavy rains fell elsewhere. I understand, Maddie. I realize. I realize. Yes, guys. So that's what, as I was saying, about this artist, Lisa Hyper, one of the artists. Actually, she got a little disturbed in her brain because she spent all her youthful years claiming that she should have benefited from where she was with the other artists and the music group. But she did not make her claims be known. She had experienced certain things, she said, exposure, and which was negative. And she went all along. She knew that the manager for the group had a relationship with family wise, and she was still there. So apparently to me, she was just there, not thinking about the tomorrow. And now she's out of it now. She's thinking about what she should have done. And now it is being said that she was not in any contractual agreement. It was just like she was just there doing what she was doing and over time getting herself messed up. Right? Getting herself messed up. And now she's regretting. So guys, whatever you do, make sure you know what you're up and about. Because it doesn't make sense. You're going to punish someone for something that they themselves don't know why you're punishing them for. You may then come and say, why are you doing this to me? Because you don't communicate, you need to talk. Right? Tell them, let them know according to Maddie, in a respectful way. And they will listen. But if you go in a harsh, cross way, aggressive, then there won't be any conversation. The person is going to take their things and run. and say, oh, she's crazy, I can't deal with her. When all you need to do is to be soft. But if you're being soft and doing it, delivering it properly, and they don't want to hear, then what's the point? It means that that relationship is going to get toxic. It's not going to work because you have to both learn to communicate. You may not agree on everything 100% every time, but you have to learn. Both persons, and I include myself, learn to communicate, and we must learn to listen. Remember, we have what? 2 years to listen. If the one on the right is not working, make sure the one on the left is working. Try, and if they are both not working, get what is known as hearing aid to help you, because maybe something is being said that would pass you by, and your ears cannot pick it up. And we have two eyes, very observant. Use them, not just for intimidatory, but use them. You know, you can observe things with your eyes and your ears, even with your nostrils, your senses. You must have some gut feeling. Your body must can give you some signs about some things, right? Where you can act on it, and then you can make it, not that you're trying to make any laws in your house, but you're trying to put a stop in. The person will stop doing something that you think is negative, you're going to put on some punishment. Well, I'm going to punish you because you're doing this thing over and over. You don't appear to want to stop. And I think it's right if we put a line here with regards to so and so. And if he says, but that's nothing, it's affecting you, so it is something. So you see, no, you have to talk. So if it means that, okay, you reason it out, so you don't need to administer the punishment. You know within yourself, no, because you get to understand, you listen, and you speak. But never you judge. Don't punish a person based on what somebody down the road tells you, or what your neighbor tells you. Your neighbor tells you something, try find it out for yourself, then you can administer your punishment. Am I being fair? Am I being fair? Tell me, guys, if I'm being fair, and I don't want to sound selfish. Thank you for the heart. I don't want to sound selfish. But I believe women sit too long on the back bench. They are put too long on the back burner with respect to the men too. But I don't think women do to men like what men do to women. I stand to be corrected. Please don't come at me. That's how I see, because I've been listening and watching some things, and then you'd wonder, what is wrong with this lady? Didn't she see all along what And if you're sharing with somebody, you're living with a person, you're supposed to know more than somebody, although you're not walking behind the person every step of the way, but you're supposed to feel something. Just like when the love change and become bitter, you feel it. And if the love was cold and it comes brighter, you feel the warmth. So you must have a sense of feeling. Yeah. And some people have different partners, right? They made a choice. They choose to do what they want to do. So, I mean, between themselves, they decide. Right, Maddie? Right, Sonia? Thank you for the heart, guys. I don't even know what time it is. 8:37. So we have a few minutes more to go. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you so much. I think somehow women suffer most of the time but sometimes they cause it on themselves because they completely block out the red flags that were there, showing, looking at them. They were staring at the red flags, but they believe that they can go through past the red flags. When you're at an intersection where the stoplights are there and we see red, we don't go through. I'm sure we all stop. So if you don't see the green to go, you're going to stay put. So it means that whatever you're doing, take a turn, move away from that end. It's not going to work. In my time, guys, I've seen some very healthy relationships, healthy, looking so good, they look almost perfect. And down the road, you wonder what happened. One is gone east, one gone west, the family is all gone apart. Some of them until now can't even come to the realization what could have happened. But when you gather from both sides, it was the signs were there, but people don't talk. They puff up and keep it to themselves until one party decide to move, go someplace else, because one party having a side person down the road. So that one other one not staying in the house, and then one moving out, and then another one moving, and then confusion, and the children are there, and oh, you know. So I think some form of, you don't have to have a written punishment, but some punishment can be done, and choose the best way to put it across. And if it's not going to be accepted, then its relationship is not going to go far. Not that you're trying to bully the person into doing things that they don't want to do. But what if the man is a gambler and he doesn't take home any money? I always talk about those things, you know. He doesn't take home any money. After work, he goes by the club and he drinks, and he just, you know, and he doesn't get home until late in the evening after he spent out most of the money wherever he was. And he has so many side chicks to share the money with. So when he comes home, when you check the account, he has to pay so many things that he doesn't have anything. He starts owing the mortgage, and he starts owing on the car bill, and it's not enough money to buy the groceries. Then she now, the lady, tends to borrow from her friends, borrow from neighbors, borrow from family, and would not stand up to what the problem was so that she can rectify it in the house. She just go and borrow. The current dip a while ago. Wonder if you're going to have a power outage. Lord have mercy. Right? Or just give a blink. Yes, guys, that's my thoughts. Because when I listen to this lady belching off so much things 2 weeks ago, although to me she had a mental breakdown, but she keeps spitting it out. And to me, she has no one to blame but herself. So when she's restored back to good health, then she has to pick up the pieces and start going the way she should. But there's no point going back to where she was. And sometimes, you know, we have to, something has to jerk us real hard for us to really stand on our feet, because we're going down and we're weak and we're just wobbling as if we don't know what we're doing. So when you get the jerk and you don't want to fall, it gives you a balance. So hoping she gets out of the hospital or wherever she is at, she'll be able to think more sanely and do things sensible. And look back and say, well, I wasted my years at this place. I need to move on. Then she will get the victory after she move on. I say get the victory. She may be happier. Maybe it's her punishment why she was suffering for 2 weeks, because she could have done better and she stayed in it and she knew what she was getting into. She was not blind. She was not a little kid. She knew, but in the end, she was met with disappointments. So everything tumbled down over now. So she can't take it anymore. So her sanity went. So guys, that's what I said I would like to share. And I see where ladies, especially, are always the victims. They're always the victims. The men are always, to me, smarter in certain respects. The ladies are always the easier one who let down the guard and they don't pay attention, they are not focused. And the opposite sex or the partner is strong in delivering and make their points be known, and you quibble up and you accept. You don't debate anything, you don't argue, and then down the road now you become disappointed. But you can't blame anyone but yourself. That's how I think. I don't want to sound harsh or hard or mean, but what I would love for especially women to do is to stand up for what they believe, say what they believe in a very respectful way, so that before they get too tied down. But sometimes, they don't have any children and all these red flags staring at them like this. They don't have any children and they're waiting to have 3, 4 children, and then everything starts to surface. Then they're looking back and say, but he was not like that. He has changed, but he has changed and you were still there. You never move. Your line of thinking was always there, just there. So we have to encourage the women. Then that is why I believe every woman should work. Everyone should have a skill. When I say a skill, be able to become employable. Because not everybody will be able to be self-employed, right? So the woman should have a level of education where she can earn for herself. Fine. Sometimes you can't do anything to stop the relationship from going apart. Sometimes you can't, no matter what you try, it's just gone. But at least you can pick up the pieces, man. Get a job, get an apartment, buy a car, have your things going, get your life together. And then you're going to say, why wasn't he gone before? That's it. You become victorious. Why wasn't he gone before? But at that time, you were not thinking like that. And if you cannot get a job, you're not employable, you don't have any proper educational background, nobody wants to employ you. You have the kids, they come and you go to the court and they take the kids from you because you're not able to work. You can't get a good job to maintain the children in school. So he took the kids and you're left by yourself. And you're left to drown in sorrows. But one thing, I believe we still have some women who are strong and they are wiser and they are learning. You don't want to go and ask any question? Google. Go into Google and put your question. Something will come up. Or there may be somebody whom you trust that you can ask a question. You don't have to tell them what the situation is that you are going through. But sometimes it doesn't make sense to go to people to talk. You try and do your little administering in your home. Administer your little punishment. Your little punishment. I mean, you don't want to say punishment. You want to change your behavior. Maybe that's what I should have had. Changing the behavior. I'm not a counselor, but I just like to when I see something staring at me, I feel like I should talk about it. So I wanted to share, because it has been on me all afternoon. I said, let me come and share it. Right, guys? So, we are going on the winding down of it. I hear enough fabricated now. Well, yes, guys. So, happy to have you on the live tonight. And I hope you're going to have a good rest. And I hope my words, although they are few, Thank you so much, Maddie girl. Thank you. Um, thank you. Have a good rest, and may we meet tomorrow if possible. I try. I try to do my streams tomorrow about somewhere near 11 o'clock or so. And I've never done it so early in the night, but I said because I only did a short one this morning, and it was early. I said let me try this evening. So sometimes you follow the spirit where it leads, and you try to help. And I'm happy that you guys stuck it out with me. I enjoy your company and your thoughts. So we're going to be going off into our different, but I'm not going to bed now. I have things to do. Going to relax and unwind and clear your head, drink some water, just relax, face the new day. And when it comes, ask the Lord to guide you through. Whatever you never think about, don't worry your brain, go into your bed, relax your brain, have a good night's sleep. And when the day comes, you start the day again, right? Okay, guys, remember to go to my channel, TV, look at the videos, like and share and subscribe. And I'll be dropping a new video soon. So you get a chance to see. And I'm trying to do more live so that we can interact more. So catch you again in another live. Have a good night. Bye. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye bye.